Hello, listeners. Welcome to yet another special series episode of Masters Decoded. I'm Anis Merchant, the Chief Decoder. Today, I will be covering the fourth part of the special series, Digital Transformation Myths. Continuing on the journey to decode the digital transformation myths, today I would be covering the next four myths. First, have a complete understanding of customers. Second, it is department specific, mostly marketing and sales. Third, digital transformation has an end game. Fourth, customers need it, hence, digital transformation is key. Without much further ado, let me get on with it. First, have a complete understanding of customers. Driving digital transformation within an organization indeed gets you closer to the customer. The enablement of digital transformation allows organizations to acquire, analyze, activate data across customer journey and touchpoints. However, that doesn't mean you can capture all relevant information about the customer. In my humble experience, I haven't seen any organization getting a complete 360 view of the customers. The dream is long shot and rather impossible for many. In addition to the perspective, organizations don't need to have a complete panorama of the customer before embarking on digital transformation. Initial assessment can enable organizations to drive certain activities and programs leveraging the digital transformation frameworks. Organizations can embark on the journey to start driving impact and enhance the customer experience. As consumers start engaging with the brand more, organizations would be able to unravel new user experiences, which would enable them to introduce, tweak, or enhance their journey for the customers. Remember, digital transformation is a journey and a lifelong program with defined goals that evolve as with the scenarios of businesses, customers, and the other socioeconomic factors influencing the change. Second, it is department specific, mostly marketing and sales. Leaders who aim to enhance the organization performance by driving digital transformation have a specific tool or a department, namely marketing and sales, in mind. Our organization needs a machine learning strategy for better engaging with customers and enhancing our sales, perhaps. But digital transformation should be guided for the broader business strategy. Instead of having a technology or department oriented goal, why not focus on developing an organization wide strategy with specific characteristics such as speed, innovation, and automation? Speed can apply to reduce production lead times, enhance go to market, scale global supply chain, and address customer or employee queries promptly. Innovation can be driven within accounts receivable, product revival, and sales commission plan and payout program. Digital transformation should not be focused on a single department or a micro area, as that will be ultimately futile. I look at the company and departments as the individual links in the entire chain. If you focus on one of the links, you will not improve the whole chain, and even it may happen, the whole chain could get weaker and break it. So think about the holistic approach rather than focusing on a single or two departments within the organization. Third, digital transformation has an end game. Digital transformation is imperative for all businesses, from small to the enterprise. That message comes through loud and clear from seemingly every keynote, panel discussion, articles, or study related to how businesses can remain competitive and relevant as the world becomes increasingly digital. The scenario in current COVID 19 has compelled and put digital transformation as a top priority for many organizations. With the digital world moving at such a brisk pace, many companies have not yet been able to exploit the technologies that already exist. In a simple benchmark, chiefmartech.com has been evaluating the growth in marketing technology space since 2011. Scott Brinker covered 150 platforms, and the latest report in 2020, he covered more than 8,000 companies and platforms. Emerging technologies are going to accelerate the rate at which companies are required to transform themselves. Furthermore, the transformation will become more frequent and the cycles between changes will become shorter. In short, organizations will need to embrace the fundamental thought that digital transformation is a continuous exercise to reap the benefits of current and future business needs. Executing a continuous digital transformation is going to require constant efforts and focus if any interest is to be derived. However, failing to embrace ongoing change could have a severe consequences and leave your organization so far behind that it may never be able to rally. Number 4, customers need it and hence digital transformation is key. Organizations tend to believe that if they invest money into new platforms and follow best practices because the media is telling them to, or because their competitors are seemingly doing it, they'll achieve a digital transformation. Organizations also assume that their customers want a digital transformation. These beliefs are the biggest myths that the organizations tend to fall victim to. Instead, organization must put to the customer experience before prematurely jumping on digital transformation bandwagon. Customer experience is a brand's most significant differentiator. The organization will only be successful in their digital transformation if they truly understand what their customers want and build digital experiences around that insight. As a result of modern technical conveniences and brands such as Amazon delivering a fast and flawless online experience, customer expectations have never been higher. And it's never been more critical for organizations to meet those expectations. 89% of customers say that they'll stop doing business with brand after one had bad experience. So organizations cannot discount how the quality of how their digital offerings impact customer experience in terms of brand reputation and customer loyalty. Consider as example websites and apps which are essential digital platforms for engaging with customers and prospects. The organization will only be successful in transforming and upgrading its websites and apps if the changes are based on what customers want. In this example, learning what customers wish to start with analyzing their behavior on and sentiment towards the web and app experiences. This requires more than reviewing quantitative data, example how often users are visiting each page. It also means gathering qualitative data, example robust real-time insight into customer behavior and sentiments. Organizations can use the idea from the combined data to transform the digital experience. Before spending money on new technologies or making other significant changes, organizations must take a stock of what customers want. Customer experience must be at the core of organizations' digital transformation. I hope I've been able to help you demystify and break the myths for the 4 areas. Next week, I would be decoding the next 4 myths for all of you. Thank you for listening in. And we close yet another episode of Masters Decoded. If you've enjoyed the episode, please, you can help us out by sharing it on social media. I would personally appreciate that. It's how we can reach more listeners, and the more listeners we have, the more awesome guests I can get in touch and convince to participate in these conversations that are a joy to have for me, and I hope they are a joy for you to listen as well. You can also help a lot leaving reviews on iTunes or your podcast service of choice. Reviews are surprisingly helpful in supporting the podcast to get to more listeners. If this episode has intrigued you, I would request you to subscribe to the podcast to stay up to date and get notified to the future episodes. With that, I bid you and see you in the next episode.